So this attorney flags 1. Everybody is playing the same seed. So get ready for a lot of insanity.
Yeah, and just remember we have a left versus right setup rather than a top versus bottom setup.
And the seed is already throwing the gauntlet. 8-1 leads off.
That is nasty.
Yeah. And lots of fire spewing piranhas.
Yeah, 3 deaths right off the bat.
DaveLindo has lasted long enough to see the other side of this, but this is not going to end well, I don't think. Man.
Oh, and DaveLindo didn't even want to bother with the 1-up despite how nasty a start this is.
Well, he hasn't died yet, so he's already ahead. sab0tender is actually halfway through the stage. Lost his power-up, but he's holding serve. DaveLindo is the first one out. Buster B has gone into the abyss. Charlieboy has already gone through 3 lives.
Oh, and DaveLindo is showing us that we have a beta level here for our second level.
See, it gets better.
Yeah, I just don't like the graphics on this beta level.
Yeah, it's a little odd. So 2 game overs from Charlie and Buster. sab0tender is actually through 8-1, now in the beta stage.
And DaveLindo is through the beta stage.
So...
Oh, Buster takes another death.
But then we got a... Ooh, nice dodge by Charlie with the hot foot. A little surprised Dave didn't go for the mushroom house. He's going to play the fort.
Not do too well in there.
Well, generally you play the regular level because it's shorter, but 3F1 is actually it's probably not a bad idea in this case.
Ooh. And sab0tender finds a hammer suit in the mushroom house. That's always nice to stockpile.
Unfortunately, it's not the kind of thing you want to use right now. You want to stockpile. You don't want to. You have something you can use like right now. Ooh, Buster had the right idea. Gets clipped by Buster a bullet bill, so he's down. But Charlie turn our heads, and he is in the beta stage.
Making a second crack at it already. Dave is now through the fortress, has to deal with some water boomerang bros, which is just not a pleasant combination.
Yeah, sab0tender's in 3F1 as well. Oh, Buster getting run into by a Karibo shoe. Dave using a little drama there to get his music box, but it all worked out. Hammer for...
Oh, go ahead, you were saying the same thing.
I would say, yeah. And that's going to be very useful, actually, in the second half of World 5, because hammers break locks.
Yeah, sab0tender definitely got luckier than Dave in terms of hammer bro placement on his side.
Yeah.
Buster, unfortunately, still in 8-1.
Yeah. DaveLindo taking a death to the disco waffle. Okay, Buster should be okay. Commentator's curse. Okay, he's through. Well, 4 minutes later, he's... Oh, Dave. Man, Charlie... sab0tender's almost finished with the tower. Charlie is in the end of 3F1.
And now Charlie's through that.
It just occurred to me that the reason they might be playing the fort is they know it creates a bridge. I don't think any of them want to have to play 8-1 ever again. And it just dawned on me that might be a reason why. sab0tender is through. He's in 5-8, which is not a level you particularly want to see early. Okay, but sab0tender gets through.
Oh boy, with chat talking about Dave and Buster, now all I can think of is a certain gaming spot.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while. sab0tender did not use his hammer. He has a hammer. I'm a little amazed he's not using it. Forget?
I don't know,
is...
maybe he's trying to stockpile.
Well, an early hammer is always a good thing, especially for World 5, which takes a long time if you don't have it. So, Dave should have a hammer too. Oh, okay, well, game over, but for Dave. But
unfortunately, he's gonna have to go through 8-1 again.
No, he's not. He's got the bridge. So
oh, right. Sorry, I didn't see the bridge. And sab0tender's the first one onto the end card game.
And didn't get anything out of it. Buster is playing the hammer. Double fire, bro, of course.
Just a star out of the Skyworld hammer, bro.
So Charlie actually uses his hammer and is in one fort.
Unfortunately, didn't get the leaf, and there's a hot foot in the way, so we won't see
right
that yet.
You could go all the way back and sort of reset, but get yourself a running start, but not ideal. Alright. Are we sure they have hammers? I'm pretty sure sab0tender did, but...
yeah, he did. But depending on the hammer bro placement down below, I didn't... Well, I know DaveLindo didn't get one. The other two, I don't know.
Okay, sab0tender definitely did.
Yeah. DaveLindo wound up with the music box hammer bro.
Okay. Okay. At least now it's starting to make a little bit of sense. Charlieboy's in 1-1 with a angry son.
sab0tender gets the leaf, but gives up trying to jump over the hot foot.
Yeah. Oh,
ooh, so close for Dave.
Charlieboy in 1-3, which has the item, as those of us who have seen The Wizard know, or if you're playing this at all in the last 30 years. Dave going... This time his jumper.
Yeah. I've been thinking, oh, and Charlie's not going for the item.
Really? That's...
Yeah, I was thinking about that movie. It's been a long time.
Going for item early in 1-3 is actually a good idea, because it's usually something pretty good. Okay, DaveLindo is through. Charlie's at the World 1 airship.
sab0tender's in 1-1 here.
Yep. 2-hit Roy.
Oh, and it looks like Buster used up his lives and had to restart.
So Charlieboy is the first to finish.
Wait, but didn't Buster get the bridge? Didn't he beat the fortress? No?
He didn't play it.
Oh, he took the other route around.
Yeah. He ducks every time where he jumps into that Karibo. Amazing. So, Hammer Suit, well, that's kind of... Uh-oh. This is pretty, but Buster using pretty nifty platforming. Fine. Dave's in 3-3. sab0tender is at the airship. Charlieboy is having to navigate World 7. It's a little harder when you have to do this vanilla. Charlie plays 7-1 and it's 3-5.
sab0tender is our first runner to get out of this world from hell, basically.
Second, actually.
Oh, second? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize Charlie was ready.
Yeah, Charlie's in Pipeland.
Another world from hell.
He has the bridge. What is he doing? That's a very unfortunate oversight. This is a major time sink for nothing. Afraid. Oh, and Buster taking a death there. So Charlie found the pipe that takes him to 7-9 in front of 7-9. Unfortunately, he already used his hammer. And not wrongly either, but it just so happens that's not going to work in his favor this time.
And sab0tender actually got a couple of items out of the end card game that time, but we haven't seen yet what they are.
So Charlieboy has to reverse engineer his way across the north central island and is in 4-1.
DaveLindo just coming out of 1-1.
Okay, so Buster is finally at the Mushroom House. Let's hope it is actually worth it. It's a Tanuki suit. Charlie is in Super Tanks. Straightforward level with the auto-scroller turned off.
Buster gets his hammer now.
So that's gonna be... Okay, so Dave is actually going to go for the item, so we're going to get a look here. Buster gets the star. Unfortunately, he can't go through the pipe until, unless he's at P speed if he's big. Contrary to what Toad is saying, there are no whistles in this randomizer.
And tooting the music box won't send you very far.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately, nothing going there, but this early, why not? Charlie is still looking for the path that'll take him to 7-8. No dice so far. I think he's gone through all the pipes. Okay.
They're having a bit of a 4-1 adventure here.
Dave grabs the wand at 12:23. Buster continuing his odyssey through World 5.
Uses the hammer.
Right. Charlieboy is in another beta stage. Because he's actually Raccoon Mario, I'm not quite... You can go through any of those pipes, incidentally. But okay. Oh, fire nippers. Ugh. Definitely not something you ever want to see.
But he's through, albeit with loss of tail.
Yeah. So 7-4. So he knows it's not 7-5 because he already saw that pipe. 7-3 is 5-9.
What did sab0tender just beat? Was that the army or the navy? I just saw he was.
That was Super Tank.
Okay.
Buster B is finishing off Boom Boom in 1-4. Dave is in 3-5. sab0tender is in the first Piranha level.
Which is one of the few levels that will always appear in its vanilla location.
Correct. And Charlie is trying to get around the fire chomp. Okay, there he goes. Got rid of him. And, so... Okay, so Charlie still looking.
Buster gets his 5 up, so hopefully that's enough lives for him not to have to restart the world.
Lord, we hope so. I mean, it'd be a disaster. Charlie has to play 7-2, and lo and behold, it's 6-6.
Oh no.
Oh, yes, I'm afraid so. This is continuing to be
Well, if you want serious commentator's curse, we haven't seen 5-9 yet.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, that was the level Charlie played a minute ago.
Oh, I totally missed it.
Yep. So... we haven't seen Atlantis yet. Now there's a commentator's curse. Giving the general paucity of items, it's not going to be altogether very pleasant if they do get it.
Yeah, we haven't seen any clouds yet, have we?
No. sab0tender's in 7-4. Auto-scroller mercifully turned off.
And Buster is finally through the first world at 15:43 or so.
Yep. 7.5 minutes after Charlie was actually the first one out. So yeah, sab0tender's in 5-9 right now, but Charlie going through the pipe gauntlet. Actually not a bad draw for enemies, so he should be able to get through the final section, hopefully in one piece. Okay, watch out for Mr. Cheap Cheap. Okay, he's fine.
No surprise patooey or anything.
Yeah. Oh. sab0tender takes a very risky jump. Survives that. Wow. All of that just to get to 7-8. Man. 4-3.
He can take a detour and hopefully get some more items.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave actually used the music box. And unfortunately, no items for sab0tender.
Yeah. So he's also on the right path, but it's gonna be really unpleasant when he sees 6-6.
Okay, Charlieboy's out of 4-3. Let's see where he winds up next.
7-9 is 3-9, pretty simple level. Get your, let's see if you get the H jump. You're not. Right now you just have to worry about staying in one piece. sab0tender's found 6-6, and...
On his second attempt at it already.
Dave taking a death in 7-4. Buster had a hammer suit, he just lost getting hit by a carom shot. Charlieboy in 8 fort. Best fort in the game.
I know I like dodging roto balls and walking through as many doors as possible.
There is a general consistency to it. There is that much. sab0tender using a P-wing, hoping he can clip over 6-6. Unfortunately, doesn't work that way. Sorry. No
and Charlieboy just didn't quite make the one
Not quite.
cycle.
Okay,
But did allow him to get the power up.
sab0tender's got P-wing. Not the best place to use this, but it does give him a couple of damages to play with. Looks like he's okay. Oh yeah, he'll be fine. Dave, ramming through the end card game. Nicely done. sab0tender P-winging through 6-6. Best thing that he could have done.
And he gets 5 lives to tide him over.
Yeah. Buster, fortunately, does not have a hammer. He burned it up, so...
Dave is now on everyone's favorite auto-scroller.
No, not quite. Favorite auto scroller's the other one.
You're an Atlantis fan?
Well, if you're going for best, it doesn't get much better than that. Charlieboy in the World 2 airship.
And he's on Ludwig, who only takes one hit today.
So 2023-1, grab a 12-plus minute World 2 for Charlieboy.
Sab0tender's now through 4-3. Yeah, the turnpike probably would have been faster.
Yeah, for this
Live
world,
and you learn.
For this world, yes. Ugh. We got a James Bond quote. Look after Mr. Mario. See that some harm comes to him. Well, Hugo Drax certainly was thinking of this scene when he was speaking that line, because man, oh man, Mario is...
my underground boss bath.
6'5"? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
Charlie is actually going to fight him, which is rather interesting because this is actually a level where if you go through the pipe, you despawn boss bath. Oh boy, well now...
He just lost his tail.
Well, actually this could be a blessing in disguise because this will allow him to despawn boss baths. So it's actually kind of a secret blessing, if anything. Dave is through 6-6.
Oh! Probably lost the tail again.
I think Dave wouldn't have minded a 5 up there. Buster went through 7-4 there, so... Oh! sab0tender not get the one cycle. He'll have to do this the hard way.
At least he stayed large that time, so he didn't have to circle back, but now he has to wait for the P to end.
Charlie is giving himself some room here. But unfortunately, he's giving himself too much room. He's allowing that Koopa to respawn. Okay, here he goes. Fine, yep, there it is. Buster being 5-9. sab0tender finished out 8-4.
Charlie's getting his 5 up.
Well deserved.
The runners are definitely trying to pad their lives in this one.
Yeah. I don't...
and World War now. I guess he was there already, I just didn't notice it before.
Yeah. He's in 2-2 right now. And... mash a little harder there, Charlie. sab0tender's in World 2 airship right now.
He'll be happy to see Ludwig only take one hit.
So we have 2 down. About 23-42. Charlie's in 5F2 Skyfort.
Dave is now in 8-Fort.
Buster is navigating the gauntlet that is 6-6. But sab0tender has a hammer and he uses it and goes straight to 3-6.
Which puts him even with Charlie, not that they're playing each other.
Right. Yeah, no, they're not playing each other, unfortunately.
Well, actually, from their perspectives, fortunately, because it gives them both a good lead over their actual opponents.
Right. Though in the context of SRL, they are racing each other, but that's kind of tangential.
Let's see with this hammer.
Well, that's an interesting hitbox for Charlie with that giant hammer, bro. He, like, ran into him, but got credit for the kill.
And just a star for his trouble. And another star from the item spot.
So 1-6 is 2-4. Can be a tricky level because of the hammer bros, like that giant one. Charlie pushing through. To be in 4-3 right now.
Ooh, Sabo almost didn't make that jump.
Another Tanuki suit for Charlie.
Who's now on to... which one is this?
That's the World 6 airship. Dave is doing the same thing as Charlie. He's not resetting the room, and unfortunately he's got too many sprites on screen, so he can't grab anything. Gotta clear some of the enemies out of here. There it is. Giving himself enough of a head start. There he is. Don't think he's gonna have enough. Nope. Not gonna have enough speed. Oh, he almost
avoided Boss Bass there.
Charlie grabs
Get up
wand.
there.
Charlie grabs the wand at 26:58. sab0tender is fighting Larry now.
Grabs it at 27:13.
World 6. Let's see if this is a generous World 6 or if it's going to put them through the grinder. It's going to put them through the grinder. Dave getting bodied there by Blooper on the way back. Charlie in 4-5 with a Boss Bass because, of course, Boss Bass has been a regular presence tonight. Oh, nice flip there. Whew, that was close. So, Buster is almost finished with World 7 at long last.
And Charlie gets a hammer. Sure, that's a welcome sight for him.
Yep, not very useful here, but there are other worlds could come in handy. Charlie's in 3-4 now. Buster grabs the wand at 29:15.
Ooh, sab0tender doesn't quite handle those giant hammer bros. And Charlieboy gets the fire kill on Boom Boom. We haven't seen too many of those so far tonight.
Buster Bee is actually well equipped for this stage with Raccoon Mario. Let's see if he goes. He does not go through the pipe. No one is going through the pipe. That's very interesting.
And Buster's now having his fun with Boss Bass and Koopas and gets eaten.
Charlie, did he play the fort? I didn't see it. Looking at,
yeah, it was, 4F1, I believe?
4F1. Oh boy, Charlie has found Spawn of Satan himself. I am a little surprised he's even playing this, because 6-6 is on the, Oh dear, that's not good at all.
Wow. Yeah, this is when you want to use your cloud.
Yeah, or he's in 6-5, isn't he? He could try 6-6. Hell, gotta be better than this. Oh, I see. He's in. It was 4F2, not 4F1.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's alright. So Charlie takes the death there at 6-5. Please try 6-6. Thank you. Okay, it's 5-6. That's better. Tricky platforming at the beginning, but he should have items for that. Dave grabs the one at 31-38.
And I just remember for 5-6 from Nintendo Power, bad airline slogans. Parabeetles love to fly and it shows, or fly the unfriendly skies of Parabeetles.
Yeah, no kidding. With a P-Wing, it's not so bad. Quote from Yankee Doodle Dandy on DaveLindo's screen. So, there's an interesting hitbox. Charlie, who takes down one and gets both at the same time.
Well, 3 of our 4 runners have finally reconverged on the same world.
Yeah. And Buster isn't that far behind. Charlie picking up a P-Wing there. 6-7 gets a lost level. 6-4, 4-2 beta. It's kind of a hodgepodge of those two.
Buster didn't quite make that jump there.
3-6, yeah. So I'll have to do that again. Dave navigating 4-5 with Boss Bass lurking down below. Charlie Boy is in 6F3, aka Carpet Fort. sab0tender, nice momentum jumps. Get across. Very nicely played there by sab0tender. 5-6.
Yeah, I guess with the Parabeetle small.
Yeah. Oh. sab0tender getting whacked by a couple of boomerang bros. He's just gonna play 6-7, not deal with them.
Buster B's
Charlie got caught under the boom boom and takes a death.
Buster is really stockpiling the lives now.
Yeah. Got 17. Dave has got 3 boos on his tail. Of course, Human Mustard, who I believe is in the chat, can tell us about the time he actually brought a boo with him to the boom boom fight.
Wow, I've never seen that.
Oh yes. stuff of legend. Lindo using a star in 1-2.
sab0tender going for the leaf and star route in the fortress.
Yep. Charlie's on another beta stage, the 7-3 beta.
For all that. Sabo tries to float as long as he can and then lands on the hot foot. And Buster is on Larry, and we will finally have all 4 runners on the same world.
Yeah. Okay, Buster grabs it at 35-40. Charlie's having a surprising amount of trouble with the 7-3 beta. It's not an especially difficult stage. That Lakitu can cause problems, but forward momentum is your friend. You just keep moving, he's not going to hit you. Dave has decided to see what's up. The grass is greener on the other side, and it is. Charlie taking a quick 5 up because he really needs it. So sab0tender is actually now overall in the lead. Well, and not quite. He's only behind by a couple of seconds, even though they're not competing against each other. More Boss Bass if you couldn't get enough of Boss Bass. 2-3. sab0tender taking a death. So does Charlieboy, both by Micro Goombas. Buster B making a nice sort of narrow landing there.
Charlieboy decided on the simple Koopa Paratroopa death that time.
Yeah. And I'm surprised, not that anything's necessarily better, but is it a bad idea to see what's on the other side in 6-9? I mean, for all you know, it's 6-9. That's not so bad. sab0tender finally gets to the end. Charlieboy is about to.
Except being dive-bombed by the Flying Goomba.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Which fort is this?
That's 4F1, and sab0tender runs right into the dry bones, so we'll have to do it again. Dave, Charlieboy, excuse me, avoid 3 dry bones in a row. Charlieboy, ooh, Dave gets hit by the spikes at the end of Carpet Fort.
Charlieboy takes the conventional long way through, but he's on Boom Boom now.
sab0tender getting flipped by a hot foot.
It's just like, I don't care, I'm using a hammer suit this time and just hammering everything.
Yeah. It's not an especially elegant solution, but it is a solution.
I was so excited when I played this game as a kid and finally got the hammer suit, and I was like, you mean I can finally kill the fortress enemies?
Yeah. DaveLindo getting a much-needed 5 up. Charlie's in the World 7 airship. He's got Fire Mario, so should be able to do a quick 10 fireballs on Lemmy is actually pretty easy on this airship. Should be able to do it.
Yeah, especially since he can often be kind of stuck.
Right.
Unfortunately, doesn't quite do it.
He hesitated. I think the movement threw him off. Lemmy's movement threw him off. Now he's got to deal with Lemmy's juggling act, and he gets boxed in and takes the death. Now, unfortunately for sab0tender, he will not be able to use those hammers to kill Lemmy. That doesn't work. Buster B has found 7-5, and Well, he seems to be interested in giving it the old college try, so to speak. He's got Fire Mario, so that actually helps him. But he'll be able to actually see. That is still a vicious lineup of enemies. Looks like it's a 4 or 5.
Another 5-hit Lemmy. He
Yeah.
always seems to, like, be the 5-hit one, just to make things really messy.
He can be. So sab0tender's the first one out at 40-11. Charlie is dealing with him now, and as Human Mustard has correctly pointed out, look out, DaveLindo is closing in.
Hammer Brother, in the castle!
Buster B is finished, I think, with 7-5. He shouldn't have too much trouble here. Okay, we still got to do the bridge, but okay. I don't think he knows how to do the clip. World 3 or World Free? No. So go back and play the end card and hope it has something good. DaveLindo using a P-Wing across the World 7 airship. Well, it's not the fastest way, but it works. sab0tender's in 4-4.
Still has his hammer suit, and he sinks faster than Lakitu does.
Fortunately. Dave takes a death there to Lemmy. Charlie is in a beta level, so I think they took different routes. Okay, so Charlie is trying 5-9. Is trying 3-9, excuse me. sab0tender is doing 3-1, so we'll see which decision is the correct one here. I prefer Charlieboy's routing to do 3-9 and go after 3F2, because if it takes, especially since he has a hammer, if it takes me behind the spot with the hammer, it's really no loss, and it's a straight shot. It's a straight shot to Wendy. But yeah, it's something. sab0tender loses his hammer suit in 3-1 to a blooper.
Alas.
So DaveLindo is having to navigate this a bit. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, he's through. Charlieboy finds the third hand level. Okay, DaveLindo is done.
And Buster is now on Boom Booms. Still back in World 4. No Suicide Hammer Bros, though, in that hand.
Charlie picked up a hammer, so did sab0tender. So both of them played hand levels from different routes. So Charlie's... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say all hand levels have the same prize, so that's a really good prize for our runners to know that they can get out of hand levels.
Absolutely. Both of them took a death in their respective forts, 6F1 and Air Force.
Yeah, the Air Force is decidedly easier when it's not on auto-scroll.
It can be. Once you learn the jumping, the platforming, that's the hard part. Once you figure that out, it's not too bad.
And Charlie should have that star last long enough to get Boom Boom. He does.
So both of them kill their respective Boom Booms at roughly the same time. So now we're going to find out what is the correct decision right about now. Charlie... Okay.
Oh, Sabo had to go for the swag jump and lost his fire.
Of course he did. So, Charlie is in the World 4 airship. Another good place for a fire kill on Wendy, if you can get it. But you gotta be pretty. You gotta be quick because you can she can crawl her way up that platform.
Buster just went through a beta level. I don't think we saw the other runners go through.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, I think all the other runners took the bottom route there.
I think you're right. DaveLindo will help himself to 5 more lives. sab0tender. Okay, Charlie finishes off Wendy at 45-11.
Buster's going for the upper route here, except that Hotfoot is getting in the way.
Yeah, it's being a little obstinate there. First hand stage for DaveLindo. He's going to be happy to see that hammer. So we got a near sync with Charlie and sab0tender. Unfortunately, they're not racing each other. That said,
What did the princess have there? P-Wing? It was really fast. No, Music Box, okay.
Music Box. So World 4, do they have a hammer? Yes, they do. Well, Charlieboy certainly does. sab0tender should have one too.
Yeah, I don't think he already used the one that he got in the hand level.
Yeah, so...
sab0tender just committed suicide, it looked like?
I think he figured it out, or... Okay, yeah, he knows what he needs to do, so... 610 and 3F2.
Nice swag move by Buster there. Ducking under and flying.
Nice trick if you can pull it off. That's a good spot to do it in. It's also good if you can do it with just normal P speed. So... sab0tender is in, that's 3-8. The Cloud? Okay. Interesting. Not wrong, certainly. Buster trying to go for the kill on Lemmy. Mistimed his jump.
Okay, there you go. I was about to say he did get several hits in, so it was gonna have to be close.
46-59 for Buster, who's still about a world and a half behind sab0tender. There's another hand.
Lindo is going for Wendy here.
I believe World 2 is the last world on the books, so gonna be a quick World 2 at this rate.
Or at least we hope.
And, well, with hammers it will be. Charlieboy gets his hammer. sab0tender's in 7-9. Ew.
Yeah, especially if you're not one of those runners who has all the luck clipping it.
Yeah, even with clipping, though, this could be a kind of a chore of a level in general. It's some runners actually decide to skip it altogether.
Oh, and now the sun shows up, too.
Yep. Charlieboy's in 3-7. Another level with an item. We'll see if he actually goes for it. He's small, so it's going to be a little tricky.
Okay, sab0tender got the sun there.
3-7, of course, would not be complete without a boss pass. Nice carom there by Charlieboy getting rid of that red Paragoomba. So 6F2 for Charlieboy. sab0tender's finished his second go-through on the end card, I believe. Or was about to. Buster B in 3-1. Ooh.
See about a bit of a music change here just because our bottom runners are a bit farther ahead.
Yeah. So... Charlie's in the World 5 airship.
Sorry, I didn't realize that 2 and 3 are switched because we're pairing off the runners vertically rather than horizontally.
Right. Charlieboy finishes off Iggy at 50 minutes on the nose. sab0tender is almost finished with World 4. DaveLindo is still about a half a world behind. Charlieboy. Oh, sab0tender. Whoops, that's not what he meant to do. And Dave has almost no items left.
I don't get the Once I Was the King of Spain reference. What's that from?
I'm not quite sure, actually. I don't remember offhand. Okay, so he has a hammer, which he will happily use here. The anchor only makes you Big Mario, unfortunately. And 2-3 is 5-7.
sab0tender making quick work of the ice fort once he gets the star.
So
Buster trying to fireball Wendy there. He's getting close.
It's a thick Wendy, so he's better off just jumping on her.
And she only took 2 hits anyway.
So 51-21 for Buster. So Charlieboy getting a 5 up here. Was it what he intended? No. Is he going to turn it down? Of course he isn't. 51-47 for sab0tender as he goes to World 7.
And DaveLindo just found a leaf in a mushroom house there.
And Charlieboy just found 7-8.
So somewhere along the way, Buster passed DaveLindo.
Yes.
Or am I misreading the map? No, I think I'm misreading the map.
Okay, so Charlieboy is in 7-7. Oh boy, he's in trouble. Charlie, gotta learn how to jump on these.
Oof. That one didn't work out any better.
No. Hopefully, item here. sab0tender
down a hammer suit.
sab0tender doesn't have a hammer, so he's gonna have to play this normally. He gets 6-2 now.
Well, definitely a less horrible level when you're not on auto-scroll.
6-2, it like 6-7, it does have its tricky platforming moments at times, particularly towards the end. Oh, Dave
But just being able to go over the top in 6-2 when you're not on auto-scroll is nice.
Yeah. Dave grabbed the wand at 53-43, so he remains about a half a world behind Charlieboy as we head into he heads into World 7.
Oh, apparently I'm responsible for the seed now. According to chat.
No, yeah. Don't blame him. I'm the one you want. I mean, this is. I was doing my best Gimp Extreme impersonation with this seed. So, sab0tender's in Fort Knox.
I was wondering when that would show up.
Yep, there it is. Charlieboy is in 6-4, which is pyramid level. Ice Grove. We want blood. Well, I guess it depends on who's giving the blood in this case.
And Charlieboy is onto the airship.
They... Big Extreme Euro reference? Well, you brought this on yourself, so... Yes. You're the ones who was making the references earlier, so... Interesting, sab0tender has another hammer. He could have used it. I'm surprised he didn't. He must be saving it for World 8.
Oh, and he falls off the platform.
Yeah. Buster finishing.
Oh, yeah, you were going to say the same thing.
Yeah, 55-53. And actually about the same time for Charlie, who is now one world away.
And Dave gets quaked by some Hammer Bros.
Dave is in 7-8.
Is that King's message appropriate for a kid's game?
No.
I didn't think so.
That doesn't mean we aren't going to enjoy it. And leading off World 8 is 8-2 with, of course, a boss bath.
Boss bath makes everything more fun.
Well, he's... Ooh, Charlie getting clipped there. Let's see if he can do this.
Nice.
Doesn't go for the full gauntlet jump, but nice backup.
And decides he has enough lives that he doesn't need the...
sab0tender kind of crawling his way to that star.
Oh.
sab0tender was a little slow there, so... Charlieboy is going to try Navy, which is 5F1. Ooh, sab0tender getting hit there.
Doesn't he have a cloud? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. But he's gonna do what some of us have done in our weaker moments. He's gonna P-wing.
Well, it does save the cloud.
Well, I'm of the opinion you should always use your cloud before World 8. Because frankly, the applicability of clouds in World 8 is very small.
True.
Charlieboy dying at 5F1.
Well, Sabo gets the P-Wing back. And Buster is on to, Morton.
Yeah. So, Buster is actually, taking the lead over sab0tender. Blink and you'll miss it. So, Buster after a horrific start, has taken the lead. So, Charlie's going to use his pipe in the backside of 8 Fort, and he has found the answer. And of course, the penultimate level is 7F2, Piranha Fort.
Yikes.
Charlie's having no fun there. Takes the death. So Buster B is in 8-2 right now. Charlie is just gonna P-wing and he's like, not doing it. An appropriate gatekeeper, yeah.
And sab0tender, despite having fallen behind, took his time with that end card.
Okay, so Charlie taking a couple of damage boosts. Got to be careful here. Okay, you should be fine.
Oh, sab0tender was just in the wrong place at the wrong cannon fired. DaveLindo is in almost exactly the same place, but he has a P-Wing.
Right. So, feel bad for Buster B. We kind of ignored him because he was so far behind, but he has stormed back and has taken a couple of stage lead here on sab0tender. And this is one of the more impressive wins. We'll see if it bears out because given the circumstances, it was a total disaster waiting to happen, and he has rallied and is on his way to being 2-0. Charlieboy finishes the job. Does he have a hammer? Don't know. It appears not, but luckily it's Navy, so he should be fine. Charlie and Bowser. sab0tender's finished with Morton. Dave is just underway and about World 8.
Charlie's having a bit of a trouble with the clip here.
I've already seen the be all to end all with trouble with clipping.
What was that?
Oh, first match I did today between Paranoia and One Fine Day. Paranoia had a real hard time with that clip. Took him like 12 tries and possibly cost him a shot at a win. Buster B has found the correct path via Navy.
Don't blink or you'll miss Bowser here.
Charlie, what are you doing?
Okay, or he's taking a bit longer at Bowser. There we go.
There it is. 5 hits and he's out. I think Rocky is right.
Oh, sab0tender just mistimed a no jump.
So Charlieboy, rake out the GGs, has scored it's a win. I mean, didn't come easy and sure it wasn't fun, but he has won with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Buster's having some trouble in 7F2. sab0tender's just finished off 8-2, excuse me. sab0tender is actually going to play Air Force, which is 2 fort. So DaveLindo
P-winging his way through 7F2. Which is also where DaveLindo is at the moment.
Oh. Buster B is taking no chances here in 7F2. He just wants to get out of here. Oh, Dave. Right idea, but was a little tardy there. sab0tender's in 6-1. That must be one of the hand stages.
Yeah, it was the third hand. He got through the first two, but...
Yeah, well...
Which means he'd better get through this, or he's gonna have to risk the first 2 hands again and hope he doesn't get caught.
Right. This might not actually end up being too bad for him, but he's got to hustle.
There we go.
Yeah.
And Buster is on to Bowser's Castle.
He's halfway up the stairs. Dave is having a whale of a time with 7F2, trying to do advanced jumps, but it's not working out. He's using his hammer suit. He's down to 2 lives. He's got to be really careful.
And
Yeah.
sab0tender has found us one of the beta stages in the spot of 8-2.
God help me, I think that might be 8 of them. All 8 of them.
No, we didn't actually see Atlantis, did we?
Well, that's true. That's the only one we have not seen. We've seen everything else. I think we've seen all the other 7. So let's.
Dave, yet again not making it through 7F2, and now he's on his last life, so he has to be careful. Well, Sabo's on to the Navy, and Buster's on to Bowser.
So.
Did Dave just forfeit?
He did. He didn't do it right, but yeah.
That's unfortunate.
It will be counted as a forfeit.
So he will get an official time of 2 hours.
Correct. Buster B, meanwhile, is almost done here, and sab0tender.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat for Buster B.
So
sab0tender takes the P-Wing approach.
Finishes with an official SRL time of 1:06:33.
Can we get our winners in chat here?
I'm working on it. sab0tender, I'm not sure what he's doing here.
Tanuki suit?
Why not?
Yeah, unfortunately, he has enough hammers. If he hadn't gone the route of 8-1 and 8-2, he could have used his cloud here and immediately hammered.
No, he couldn't.
No, you can't do that. You can't use a cloud and a hammer at the same time.
You can't use it on super tanks or any of those interactive stages. Yeah.
Okay, we have Charlieboy here. GG.
GG's, guys.
Well, that was quite a route to the finish line, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. I mean, I did the thing and it worked. Cool.
Yeah, it's like that seed started off really, really nasty with 8-1, and honestly, it didn't feel like it was giving you a whole lot of breathing room throughout. It's like every time you thought, okay, we're kind of free and clear, it gives you something else.
Yeah, I mean, that I game over right off the bat. I'm kind of embarrassed about that, but hey, I guess that kind of happened last tournament race too. So,
well,
I was expecting trouble all throughout, but then it went pretty smooth for the most part after that for me, anyways.
Yeah, I think everybody except I want to say sab0tender game overed. Everyone had a whale of a time with 8-1. And that's one of the hardest levels to start with.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
in my experience, the only levels that might actually be harder than that are I don't know, 6-6 can be really unpleasant to start with. 7-5 is no fun. 7-1 is no fun. 7-6 is no fun. But 8-1 can really kind of twist the knife on you.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I even have problems with that stage in the vanilla game. So I mean,
Sure.
Yeah, it's not like it's not exactly the easiest of stages, but yeah, after that game over, I guess I focused a little bit and somehow got through it, and then moved on through the rest of the game.
Yeah. And sometimes you just kind of need that. It's like, okay, just kind of deep breath and just kind of like sort of reset and like, okay, it's all new from here. It's like it's clean slate.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a few say hiccups here and there. I mean, I guess I'm not a newer player to this game, obviously, but I mean,
Right.
as far as the randomizer goes, like I mean, I'm an old guy. I mean,
Yeah.
not as far as the randomizer. As far as the game goes, I'm like
Right.
an older guy, but like as far as
Right.
randomizer goes, I'm pretty new-ish. I guess less than a year, maybe
Right.
like 2 or 3 months even of playing this, and not like continuous playing either, just like on and off. But I mean, I
Right.
guess I've played Mario a bit, you know. I used to play that back in my day, you know what I'm saying? You whippersnappers out there don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. No, but but yeah, no, good games to all the guys. Good games to DaveLindo, which was the guy I went up against. I still have another match against him coming up. I think we were talking for Thursday, but I don't know.
Right.
Good games
Yeah.
to the other two guys doing the race and stuff too.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, your next seed isn't quite as sadistic as this one was.
And for my first SMB3 Rando tourney, I'm getting some pretty harsh seeds for the first starting off, man.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe.
Well, you got 5 more matches. Something's gotta, kind of cut your way, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey, if this is the only one I get all tournament, like I'm happy with that. That was my goal, was to at least get one, and here it is. So cool.
Well.
But hopefully I can mow down everybody and win this thing. You know, I'm like, you in the final bracket, pro, and I'm gonna put you away. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Hey, after that slow start, you actually did quite well the whole rest of the seed, I would say.
Yeah. You were pretty solid the whole way through, and like, a couple of like things that could obviously get better, like routing and item decisions and that kind of stuff. That stuff you can get better at, but overall the general play was pretty solid.
Appreciate it. Yeah, some of the things, I think in the ice world, I accidentally used a P-wing when I was going for something else. I don't even remember what I was trying, just like a regular power up, and I was like,
yeah,
well, I really didn't need to use that. But
was that when you used the P-wing on 6-6?
Probably. Man, to be honest, I don't know what the stages are. I know a few stages. I know A1 for sure, because I hate it.
Somebody used a P-wing. I thought it was you in a level where you didn't have to, but
yeah, it was probably me. I'll follow on that one.
I think he got through it cleanly though, so it kind of worked out.
Yeah, I'll fall on that grenade. I'm just glad I had a P-wing for that last castle. What castle is it?
7F2, the Piranha Fort, yeah.
Yeah,
that was giving everyone trouble. That's actually why DaveLindo wound up forfeiting. He ran out of lives on it and decided he was done.
Right, yeah, man, I hate that level. That level can go get deleted. That would be great. But no, but yeah, like yeah, if you don't have anything to get around that stuff, man, that level is kind of tough.
Yeah.
But, luckily enough, I had a P-wing. I was like, man, I'm about to just use this P-wing and go through this castle. And like, I was looking towards the end, and I was like, man, nobody has not done yet, or is that my IRC client freezing up? Like, what's happening here? I'm not supposed to win. But
yeah, it's like with like a weekly, you start looking at the clock at about like 45 minutes. Like, okay, what's wrong? Like, did something seriously go awry here? But yeah, with these races, it's a little more subjective. But sab0tender is finally at Bowser after multiple tries. So let's see if he can finish the job here. I don't think he knows about the hitbox, but regardless, he will do his best here. So just 2 more jumps, then he is done. And okay, be all right. It's gonna be a bit of a tight window, but he should be able to make this work. Just barely, but yes. sab0tender finishes it off with He'll finish in just a few seconds.
Yeah, so Charlie, sab0tender was actually like practically synced with you for like half the game. Worlds 4, 5, 6. You guys were in sync for a good chunk of that.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, and then he started hitting the skids on some of the levels. He had some trouble. What was it? He had trouble with Wendy. I think Wendy was giving him problems, as she is wont to do. But yeah, so GG's sab0tender, finishing this seed off and finishing off tonight's matches with a flourish.
And is Dave now just playing the vanilla game for shits and giggles?
Yes.
Because I saw him collect a whistle, so...
Right.
I know he's not playing this rando.
No, he's not.
So, can we get any of our other runners in here? We have sab0tender in the setup, at least.
Yeah, I probably need to revisit that right there, that vanilla game. I mean, I've got what is it? What do you call the warp? It's not the no wrong warp. That's it.
Yeah.
I have one of those runs that's like a 13-minute run. Oh, wait, 13, 10, 9? I don't know. What's the record?
Record's like 10:45. 13.
Right, yeah.
13.
So I've been. Oh, sorry, bro.
I would say 13 sounds about right.
Yeah, 13. Yeah, I have a 13-minute in one of those with using the whistles, and then full game run. It's like more like an hour, right underneath. I think I might have got sub-hour. I don't know. I'm like at 105 or maybe like 1 or like right under hour.
Right.
Something like that. I need to work on it for sure. But yeah, I mean, I love this game. I don't spend nearly enough time on it, so I'm gonna try to keep on running with the speedrunning community and stuff, and chill with you guys when I can. When the time allows it.
Yeah.
And y'all are more than welcome to come chill with me and play some Killer Instinct, and I'll whoop that candy. Shut your mouth.
So let's get sab0tender in here for an interview. Let's bring him on in.
And hey, GG.
Hey, GG's.
So, well, you know, that first level really set all of you back, and then it got kind of nice. Well, sort of.
Yeah, definitely. That first level was really bad. Pipeland was just brutal today.
Yeah, Pipeland wasn't really giving, and it was kind of having a funny with you all, because everybody pretty much used that hammer they got off the Hammer Bro in World 1. It's like, oh yeah, I probably could have used that in Pipeland and would have been faster, but such as it is.
Would you believe you're the only one of our 4 runners who didn't game over at that first level?
Really? That's shocking.
Yeah, though it's not the worst place to take a game over when you haven't even gotten started yet. But yeah, everyone had trouble with that beginning.
Yeah, the first couple of worlds were really giving it really was giving everyone kind of fits, and then there were spots just throughout that were just kind of rearing their heads and causing difficulty with this or that. Like Wendy was giving people problems. World 7 Airship was giving people problems. It's like nobody really got a comfortable rhythm with the seed.
Definitely what it felt like. I can't recall what is that fort that showed up right before Bowser's Castle in the.
That's
7F2.
7F2 or Piranha Fort, as we call it.
That's my least favorite fort. If I could skip that anytime, I would. And of course, there it was, the only thing I could do to get to Bowser's Castle there. I knew I was going to have a rough go of it at the very end there. That's great.
Yeah.
I used a P-Wing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, P wings are your friend. If you're not especially practiced at 7F2, that's definitely something to consider if you have it as a P wing.
Yeah, that's a pretty good call. I think I burned through too many P-Wings like on dumb levels early on, but yeah, definitely good advice. Good advice.
Right.
Well, you were actually doing really well through about the first 6 worlds. At one point, you had about a world and a half lead over your opponent.
What?
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
World 7
man.
struck.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, Buster B had the worst go of it in 8-1 and made a couple of pretty poor routing choices on top of that, so it didn't look too good for him. But then, little by little, he was slowly catching up, and then by World 7, he finally caught up. He caught up in a desert and slipped past you, but he had double hammers, I believe, which is why he was able to do that. So he used the hammers on the lock and the boulder, and in that world only took him about 2.5 minutes, whereas it took everybody else about 7.
Oh, nice.
5 to 7 minutes. So it was a good item situation for him.
Oh, that's awesome then. Good good on him. GG's to Buster B for that. That's excellent.
Yeah. So
It's kind of a shame that I was ahead for a little bit there. I mean I've come into this tournament like just to have some fun. I'm not as good as any of these top runners here. So that I was at least sort of in the mix there is nice. Yeah.
Yeah. A little practice, a little kind of better understanding of how some of these levels work, and yeah, absolutely. Could be right in the thick of it with some of these races, and a lot of it just comes down really to kind of experience and knowing when to make a move and when not to, and that just takes practice and time.
Yeah, you were pacing Charlie, our overall winning, all through the middle worlds, like 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when I was feeling pretty good. So all right, that's all right. Okay, I'll take it for my first couple races in the tourney here. I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, anything else before we wrap this up tonight?
No, just thanks to you guys, Drossi and Pro A. Thanks so much for doing commentary on this for us.
Oh, no problem. All right. Well, thanks all for watching. We have a couple of matches tomorrow. The schedule's still kind of being filled out here. Tomorrow at 4 Eastern, depending on a few matters, we'll have a Group A match between Raikou Rider and Antlers. We still have that doubleheader at 8 Eastern between Garion and Macobra 52. So keep an eye out for that. And we've got several matches set up for the next 4 or 5 days. Some very good matches. Some of the notables. Human Mustard, Group B, will continue to try and remain undefeated when he takes on Killer App 23 in a doubleheader on late Friday night. 2 players with game in their titles from Group J, Gameaholic, GamerCal will face off on Saturday afternoon, starting at 3 Eastern. What else we got? Those are some of the notables. So keep an eye out on the Speed Gaming schedule for all your Mario 3 rando needs. And if you haven't already, give our runners a follow. This was a great show tonight, all 4 of them. And you can give us a follow, us comms a follow too if you want, I guess. But give the runners a follow, certainly. So thanks to my co-commentator Drossi for pitching in tonight and doing a great job, and thanks to all of our runners.
Yeah, pleasure working with you, and thanks also, of course, to the Speed Gaming Networks for hosting us. If you haven't gotten your fill of Speed Gaming for the evening, there is a Mega Man 11 run about to kick off at midnight Eastern on the main Speed Gaming channel.
Oh boy.
Other than that, we're all done for the night. But yeah, there are 6 English language speed gaming channels as well as German, Spanish, French, and Portuguese. So give them all a follow if you're interested in keeping up with speed games.
Yep, absolutely. So thanks all for watching, and we'll see you all again real soon.
Have a good night.
GG's, everybody. Take care.